AD, color marker.
I am Yasmine Al-Bustami. I play a character called Rayma. So what I love about Rayma is she's just different in a way, especially when you take into consideration the time period that we're in. She's not the submissive type at all. Like, she doesn't hide her feelings or her thoughts. She's introduced alongside Thomas. We're vintners, and so we're about to go to a wedding to provide wine for them. And that's where you see that we run out of wine. And that's also where obviously we meet Jesus. Even if she doesn't understand something, if something doesn't make sense to her, she'll trust that it will make sense later, which is basically what happened when she decides to follow Jesus. Rayma is basically leaving behind her family. She's going into her own kind of person and finding herself and who she wants to be and how she wants to lead her life. Similar to Rayma, I moved to LA from Dallas, Texas. My family stayed back in Texas. They weren't that supportive of it, but I did it. I think it turned out okay. When her and Thomas are introduced, you see a little bit of their chemistry. You don't know if it's kind of like a flirty chemistry or just an admiration. So we start to see it just build and build. Kefni, Rayma's dad, is not a fan of them getting married. And so what happens in season 4 is she finds a loophole in not needing her father's permission. And so she's like, just as long as, you know, we have our father in spirit, then we can ask him, and if he agrees to the union, then we can do it. And he agrees. Are we allowed to, like, I can just say things? Oh, cool. She dies.
How does that happen?
Man. So Jesus is preaching. The crowd just gets a little too excited and get a little more rowdy. Quintus happens to be there. He's an angry fellow at this point. He pulls out his sword and is just waving it around. I think he has a little bit of a mental breakdown. Through that, I get stabbed. Rayma gets stabbed. Actually, I knew that Rayma was gonna die in season 2. So season 2, we were filming, and Dallas told me, Thomas, and Kefni, we were all on set. So I was already prepared for it. I thought I was already prepared for it. And then whenever we all got the scripts, I hadn't read it just yet, but people were texting me. They're like, how are you? You good? Or is everything, what's going on? Did you read the scripts? And so that's how I was like, oh, it's this season. Everyone just brought it that day. And when I say that, that was 6 days of filming, because I think that was like an 11-page, 13-page long sequence. I tried my best, I think, to prepare, but then you never want to over-prepare. I just had so much trust in Joey, in Dallas, the camera crew, everything. It really was everybody around us. And so to see that everybody was sad for Rayma for sure made me sad. They're all my friends. And then, yeah, letting go of Rayma, freaking love her. She's she's awesome. But to see, again, that strength that we were talking about earlier, just to see how much she's grown into her person, to the point where at the very end, she's not even really thinking about herself. It's just like, she's still thinking about Thomas and Jesus' ministry and making sure that she let him know, like, just because this is happening doesn't mean this is a bad thing, like, keep going. I just think that's a very beautiful, what a beautiful person.